Om Shanti. Namaskar, good evening to all of you. Thank you very much for responding to our invitation. Chief guest, she spoke on the journey beyond. Then the 6th anniversary also, we had the privilege of having her. She spoke on our thoughts make our destiny. Now, she has chosen the subject, balance sheet of life. Could be because in her experience she found Kalaji did lead a life of balance. So no longer mourning or lamenting. This is only to celebrate your life worth emulating. Dr. BK Shivani, the great Yogacharya, called me and told me, no lamenting because where has she gone? She has become part of you. It took a long time for me to realize. Same way, Sadhguru Jaggi Vasudev came home and said, that's what Dr. Abdul Kalam also immediately came. Shri Ravi Shankar ji called me from America and said the same thing. And more than anything else, Daji Guljar ji, the very next morning she called me to say that. And with the support of all these masters and all of your well-wishers, I started believing that she is part of me. They say, how do you travel 3 weeks? In a month, constantly traveling, because as Dr. BK Shivani told me, you may not realize, but she is part of you. She is going to give me the energy. I kept telling I'm not a rich man to give donations. I'm not a great scholar to make or write speeches. I don't enjoy power. I decline power where I can do favors. But still I'm kept busy thanks to her making sure that I am kept busy, and she said, no more lamenting. My task is over, I am on my further journey. Dadi Gulzar told me, if you lament, it hurts her. Her journey beyond gets impeded. And I got a message from Kalaji that you have to intensify your activities till your time comes. So I'm here before all of you to celebrate your life actually. And it's an occasion for us to listen to words of wisdom from great masters. I am associated with almost all the spiritual movements in the country. I don't sit in judgment, I don't compare them. All of them do a great job. I've been to Kailas Manasarovar twice, Jerusalem 3 times. I go to all places of worship. I believe in universality and divinity. Now, Sister Shivani's theme is stay happy, easy, contented, and now do everything. She says that is spirituality. 15 years of teaching of Rajyoga Meditation. 10 years, more than 10 years on the awakening with Brahma Kumaris. You see it on many channels. I want to make a confession. I make it a point to see her at least once a day on any one of those channels. Peace of mind is there. Now Tata Sky Guru, 24 hours, Sanskar TV, and many other channels also. An engineer turned spiritual teacher, widely seen and heard on many TV channels, both in India and abroad. Most sought after speaker on many themes concerned with spirituality, life skills, harmony, health, and peace of mind. I want to take a few minutes so that the latecomers also do not miss her valuable discourse. We tend to underestimate how much maintaining balance contributes to living life successfully and productively. In order to function at our best, we definitely need to balance taking care of ourselves physically, mentally, and spiritually. Focusing too much on any one facet catches up with us and leads to health problems in the neglected area. It's called a balance sheet because the two sides balance out. The challenge is to balance what we must do with what we are blessed with and choose to do. This is not always easy. If, however, we are unable to reduce stress and manage a well-balanced life, there can be physical or emotional health consequences. While we can't anticipate and plan for everything in our lives, we can decide how, where, and when to concentrate our energies. This may require some critical thinking and problem solving, but in the end, it will lead to much less stress and a well-balanced life. Whenever you overdo it in any aspect of your life, you lose perspective and balance. As Aristotle said long ago, moderation in all things. So our birth is our opening balance, our death is our closing balance. The goal is to get the best presented accounts award. Some very good and some very bad things happen. It's like in a card game, 4 people are playing. The cards are distributed. They don't choose. You are supposed to play with what is given to your lot without complaining. You do your best. No use comparing with someone somewhere and all that. With whatever is given to us, are we playing our best? We all keep learning things. As Dadi Janaki ji used to say, the whole world has become a village now. But there is no communication even within the family. On that you must see the conversation between Suresh Oberoi and Shivani ji, morning awakening with Brahma Kumaris, evening also. They are all practical wisdom. I tell you, I learnt a lot on the skills of life, how to balance, by listening to this young spiritual master. So I don't want to take more time now. I think the hall is full. So I can request our most beloved and respected Sister Shivani ji to kindly deliver your discourse. I'm grateful to you for accepting. She has just come back after a long tour of North America and Canada.
Good evening. On this journey of life, our focus normally is everything that's going on outside. And if we had to list down our responsibilities, just think for 10 seconds. Just close your eyes and say, my responsibility. 1, 2, 3, 4. Create your list. My responsibility. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. List of my responsibilities. Yes, my physical health, my family. What about my family? But 1, 2, 3, 4, what about my family? Take care of them in what way? Okay, so my family. Starts with my dog also, my plants also. Yes, brother. 2, why should I know myself? After that, I can use my qualities in the right way, and if ekadi weakness, then I can change it and finish it. Anything else? My responsibility? My happiness, Hanji? My society? My employees? What about them?
Yeah, so it's myself, family, my work, my society. Improve my karmic account. To improve my karmic account, so myself. So the order is myself, my family, my work, my society. If you look at the terms of the connection, if I take care of myself, then taking care of my family, my work, and my society will automatically happen. Will it automatically happen? If I am happy and I am healthy, then automatically my relationships will be good. And when happy, healthy, beautiful relationships go to work, automatically I do well. Total of 360. Audience love to have photographs. See what we were doing from 6 to 6:30 was only photographs.
That is his responsibility.
Okay?
That is his responsibility.
That is your responsibility, but right now he is responsible not suiting my responsibility. So I can just request, and he very sweet to accept my request. That's right. We can only request people to do something the way we want them to do. Whether they accept or not accept will be their choice. We can only take care if they don't accept, we remain stable. That is my responsibility. I can request, I can instruct, I can order, but after that, if somebody does not accept, then remaining stable is my responsibility. But if I check myself during the day, I get affected when other people do not accept, because I feel changing them is my responsibility. Getting work done is my responsibility. Everyone should be perfect is my responsibility. Doesn't matter if I'm getting disturbed.
Putting phone on silent is my responsibility only because you will not get very good energy from everyone around. Take care of myself, and I want that this soul here is pure, happy, powerful. Then I have to take care that my every karma throughout the day invites what kind of energy from people? My every karma, like a simple karma like my phone is ringing, if it creates even 5 thoughts in somebody, why is the phone ringing, why didn't they put it on silent, program has started. Now 5 thoughts, if someone creates these 5 not very happy thoughts because of my karma, where are those 5 thoughts reaching? They're coming to me. They're coming to me. Now these are 5 not very happy thoughts. So when 5 not happy thoughts will reach me, what will happen to me? I will be finding it difficult to be happy. But while I was taking care of all my responsibilities, I did certain karma which did not invite very happy energy to me. But I thought I was doing it right because I was doing it to get work done. तो मैंने किसी को डांट दिया, किसी को गुस्सा कर दिया. Any of you कभी किसी को गुस्सा किया? Anyone? Now just think, If one phone ringing can invite 5 thoughts, and if I react, and if I say something to someone which is not right, how many thoughts will that invite into my life after that? Suppose you have to leave tomorrow morning for a meeting and you've asked your driver to reach at 7 o'clock and he's late. He's not done a very right karma. Reason could be whatever, but his karma was not right of not reaching on time. But when he reaches you at 7:30, you perform one karma. And if that karma is that you say something to him which is not pleasant, and then he takes you for the meeting, he drops you outside the office, and you're busy for 8 hours, he's sitting in the car only thinking. How many thoughts do you think he will create? See how many thoughts we've invited by that karma? Yes? Now, this is our daily checking. Okay, what is the karma that I'm performing and what is the consequence of that karma? And while performing my karma, did I take the responsibility that my karma was right so that I'm certain that my consequence, destiny will be right? Did I take care while performing the karma that I have given peace and happiness to someone by creating the right karma and thereby ensuring that the return of that karma will be peace and happiness? How many thoughts will that brother who is waiting outside for 8 hours send me? A few thousand? And he's not going to think only about what we behaved with him that morning. He will think of... So people open everything because they have nothing else to do. They are only thinking. And then sitting in the office, I won't know, why am I not feeling nice? What happened? Everything is fine, work is fine, but I am not feeling nice. Now when I am receiving these few thoughts which are negative, what will they do to this spiritual battery here? Why did I react in the morning? Because I was not powerful. So the battery was already a little discharged. Then I received these 100, 200, 500 thoughts in the day. What will happen to the battery? More discharged. If more discharged, then reactions during the day? It's not only one driver who's not going to be my way. Lot of people in the day are not going to be my way. So if I'm discharged because of one karma, then my chances of making a wrong karma again will increase. So again now I may react, again react, again react, again return, again discharged. Can we just visualize what will happen in just one day like that? And then 2 days, and then 1 year, and then 5 years, and then 10 years, and then the battery was discharged, and suddenly the time came to leave that body. And the battery left that body and took another body. How will the baby be? How will the baby be? I was just thinking. Brother just shared that something very common now is mothers going into depression just after the child is born. It's not new. We've heard about it. We know about it. But what is happening is that it's increasing in numbers. Now when we hear something like this, we'll say, oh, hormonal changes, oh, तो natural छोड़ देते हैं. Hormonal changes will be just a very small part of it. A very big reason is probably the soul who has come the mother who has gone through that journey, was she battery charged before she invited the soul? No. So suppose she was 50%, and then this battery enters her womb, which is 20%. And then what is that 20% battery sitting 9 months inside going to do to this 50% battery? Depression. Or the other way around. The battery which has come into the womb is 50%, but if the mother is 20%, what is she going to do to the soul in the womb? So responsibility. 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 Our main responsibility is that I keep this battery fully charged, and for which I need to take care of my every karma, my every thought, my every word, my every action, not just while I'm in this costume. I don't know which will be that second when I will change that costume. No, brother? When Kalaji slept that night, she did not know. And that's why spirituality teaches us that any moment can be your last moment. We might not get time to sort out things just before leaving. It's like luggage has to be always packed. You never know when we will have to pick it up and leave. So if I don't know which will be my moment when I'm going to change this costume and leave the next costume, that moment could be right now for me. And if that moment is right now for me, then whatever karma I have done till this moment, all the interactions that I had created, all the sanskars that I have created is there on the soul. Leave this, take the next, and where does the next journey start? Exactly the moment at which it finished. So balance sheet of life is actually not about that balance, but it's actually really about a balance sheet. 31st March, closing balance. 1st April, opening balance. 31st March, my last moment in this body. 1st April, that Janam Patri which the Panditji gives you when the baby is born. What is that document? The child has not performed any karma yet. The child has not performed any karma yet, and yet the Panditji is saying, ye hoga, ye hoga, ye hoga, ye hoga. Kaise malum? Kaise malum hai? Because it is the opening balance sheet. Different children born at the same moment, different balance sheet. 2 children born to the same parents at the same moment, different balance sheet. Destiny could be completely different because their 1st April is identical, but their 31st March was completely different. Now while we are on this journey in life, we never think, acha, we know we have to leave. Okay. Abhi to bahut time hai. Suppose, just visualize, I leave now and I take the costume of a baby. Just visualize, abhi idhar, abhi into a costume of a baby. What will be the sanskars of that child? What will be the sanskars? It's like a CD with so many songs. Take it out from one player, put it into another player. Player changes. Only the player changes. The songs remain the same. How many of us create anger? How many of us create anger? So the baby, angry. How many of us create anxiety, worry? Baby? How many of us create fear? Baby? Now you see the next generation that we are creating, and then we look at them and say, look at these children, आज के बच्चों को क्या हो गया है? आज के बच्चे, the children today, is only this CD into a new costume. So everything that we do to take care here is not just while we are in this costume, but it is a permanent recording. Do we take care of our karmas like that? Do we take care of our sanskars? Is there anyone that we are entangled with? Is there anyone with whom we don't have a very pure karmic account? Is there anyone with whom we are not on talking terms due to some reason? If we don't clear the karmic account, and either one of us changes the costume, and then we will suddenly meet them, we won't know who they are, we don't know what we had done in the past, but when the two of us will meet, things will start happening. And then we will say, why is this happening to me? Who is writing my destiny? Who is writing my destiny? Me, myself. So my most important responsibility to write a destiny, which when it comes to me, I would never have to say, why did this happen to me? If I ever have to say, why did this happen to me, it means I did not take responsibility of the karma when I was performing it. And okay, I don't remember whatever I have done in the past, but I can start taking care today. Today. My every thought, my every word, my every action should be a blessing for people around me. It should empower them. It should give them happiness. And when I make that as the purpose of my life, to elevate, empower and give happiness to everyone, even if it is that person who came late to take me for the meeting tomorrow morning. Because my responsibility is not only to reach for the meeting on time, my responsibility is to create a right karma and then reach for the meeting. Priority, responsibility. Meeting, if I don't reach on time, how much will be the loss? But here if I record something wrong and if I create something wrong, how much will be the loss? And if we remember that, we will never get angry with someone for such things. The reasons for which we get angry, at which we shout, we criticize, we are irritable, they're so insignificant. But the karma that we create is so responsibility. Responsibility means to be ability to respond the right way in every situation. Responsibility. The ability to respond with stability, peace, power, compassion. Today, like we were just talking, WHO says 1 in 4 probably suffering from depression. Can we just visualize that 1 in 4 could be anyone around me? I wouldn't know. And sometimes even they wouldn't know. But they are going through pain. And I get angry with them. What will happen? What will happen? I have just hit someone who is already in so much pain. So what's the energy that I'm going to get? So when we are performing our responsibilities outside, if we say self is on top, Self is on top means taking care of the state of being and then taking care of things outside. There is one business outside, one business inside. Today, in order to create profit outside, I sometimes create other things inside. The moment will come and I will leave everything. But I will take only one thing with me, the profit and loss inside. And if we start checking that every night, if I check my balance sheet, not only on 31st March, every day, what is the transaction? Which side is it going to be? And karma not in terms of what I speak and what I do, karma in terms of what I think for people. Kya lagta hai, where does it stand today? And that's responsibility. Our every karma, if it is pure and elevated, and the day the soul will leave this body, take another body, and the baby is born, what will the Panditji say? What will the Panditji say? What will the Panditji say? Huh? Panditji will say, क्या भाग्य लेकर ये बच्चा पैदा हुआ है, ऐसी कर्मा करना है. And bhagya not in terms of prosperity, wealth, bhagya in terms of क्या संस्कार लेकर ये बच्चा आया है. This is our responsibility. But today, when we focus more on the outer work, and for that we can create all sorts of sanskars inside, then my present gets affected. And if my present is not right, which means my 31st March is not right, then 1st April will be a question mark. But even if 1st April is a question mark, we still have the power to change the balance sheet. Sometimes what we do is, we use the document which was created on 1st April for the rest of our life. Reference document. And then we keep referring to that document again and again and say, ab kya hone wala hai, ab kya hone wala hai, ab kya hone wala hai. Have we ever thought that that was the balance sheet on 1st April? Now it's been 40 years to your 1st April. Won't the balance sheet change? Won't the balance sheet change? 40 years of business we have done more after that balance sheet on 1st April. So won't that balance sheet change? Yes or no? And then how do we keep referring to that document every time? And that's why sometimes the predictions will be right and sometimes they will not be right. Nobody has ever got 100% right predictions according to their astrological chart. Why? I spoke to an astrologer and I said, this Janam Patri was created on the date the person was born. 40-45 years, must have done some very good karma, must have made a few mistakes. How are we referring to this every time? I said, what is the Janam Patri created on the basis of? He said, sanskars the soul brought. I said, so? He said, secret is, most people do not change their sanskars. And because most people do not change their sanskars, and the Janam Patri is created based on the influence of the planet on the sanskar. So the sanskar that I had on the day I was born, if I'm still carrying the same sanskar, then the prediction will be absolutely right. Because I carry that sanskar, the planet will influence that sanskar, the prediction will be right. And then I asked him, suppose somebody changes their sanskars. He said, if somebody meditates, works on themselves, changes their sanskars, I said, yes. His words were, then this document is not valid for that person. because the sanskar has changed. So if the sanskar changes, the influence of the planet on that sanskar changes. And so the prediction will not be right. So if I came with the sanskar of peace from my previous 31st March, and when I am carrying a sanskar of peace and this planet is in my disposition, then my destiny will say, oh, your business will really flourish this year. But if on this journey of 40, 50 years, my sanskar of peace has got replaced with the sanskar of anger, irritation, jealousy, then my prediction will not turn out to be right. And the other way around, even if I carried a negative karmic account, a negative sanskar, but if I work on it now, the prediction will not turn out to be right. So who's creating my destiny? So instead of wanting to find out what's written in our destiny, we should create a destiny of our choice. Because anyways we are creating it. Anyways we are creating the destiny. But if we keep referring to it, then we are not taking the responsibility that we have the power to create the destiny whatever we want. And destiny will be about my present karma in response to the consequence of my past karmic account. Everything that I am doing now is present karma, and everything that is coming to me, everything that's coming to me is a consequence of my past karma. So the past karma will come to me, my present karma will face this. And when my present karma faces this, at that time I am writing the destiny of future. And that's why it is said everything is predestined. Predestined by? Everything is predestined. Predestined by? Predestined by me. So what is coming to me is consequence of what I did yesterday. What I am doing today is my present, and what I do today decides what's going to come to me tomorrow. Now, what's coming to me today, not in my control. Already done. Already done. So now it's coming to me. But what I'm going to do today, respond today, think, speak, behave, is completely my control. This is the situation. This is the response. Is my response connected to the situation? This is the situation. This is my response. Is my response connected to situations? सारा दिन में check करना है. Look at all the situations which came today. Is my response connected to situations? Is my response connected to situations? Simple equation. Situation, response. Is there a connection? How is it connected right now? So when I'm reacting to situations, what is my belief system? By the situation. If I live my life, equation is very important. If I believe that my response is connected to the situation, then I will respond according to the situation. And if you see, unaware, most of the time we are responding according to situations. Simple situation. You walk into this hall, someone comes up to you, talks very nicely to you. Situation. Response? Response? You talk back nicely. Second situation, I'm about to go up to somebody to wish them. They look at me and they turn and they move away. Situation. Response? Response? First person I spoke very sweetly, which means talking sweetly is my sanskar. First person I spoke very nicely. Second person? If I believe that my response is dependent on situations, it will keep changing like this. Is it possible that I could have spoken sweetly to the person who turned away? No, what soul power is required for this? Simple decision right now. Let's see right now. Is it possible that someone just turned away? Abhi to has not done anything, not said anything, just turned away. We are talking very simple stimulus. So just turned away, ignored me. Possible that I can go up and talk sweetly to them, nicely, andar se. If I don't connect these two, and I live my life with the awareness, this is situation, this is response, and there is no connection between the two. Because the situation is they, response is me. Situation is they, and they could be anything, a stranger on the road, it could be my spouse, my child, anybody. It's they. Situation. Response is me, creator, here. And what is getting created here is created responsibility. What is getting created here is whose choice and responsibility? Mine. Do they have the power to get in here and create anything? No. So I create here. Right now, I believe that they didn't talk nicely to me, so why do I need to talk nicely to them? Fine. So then, he did not speak nicely to me, I did not talk nicely back. Recording on the soul. 1. Circle. Then I went up to her, she abused me, I abused back. 2. Then I met her, she cheated me, I hurt her back. 3. 4, 5, 1,000, million, time to leave the body. Do you think somewhere on the way anybody is going to ask me, why did you create all this? And I said, you know what, God, it was because of 1, 2, 3, 4, please delete my CD. Nothing like that will happen. Nothing like that will happen. Hanjay? Not the better way, the intelligent way. Intelligent, why? Because I'm purely selfish. I'm doing it only for myself. No favor to anybody. Because my responsibility is what is getting created here. And just because 10 people in my life will not behave right, and that to not behave right according to my definition of right, I will not create wrong recordings on my CD. Tomorrow when I leave the body, I don't meet them again, I meet them again, I don't know, but my recording doesn't get deleted. Who is to blame for that wrong recording which happened? Me. I cannot say them. But when I was responding that time, I said my response is because of this is unaware way of living. This is an unaware way of living, where I'm making recordings on the soul which are not right, and while making those recordings, I'm saying it's because of them. Now, people around us are going to behave in different ways. And we are looking at very erratic behaviors nowadays. Because when souls will not take care of themselves and soul power depletes, then strange sanskars start coming up. It's like immunity system not taking care of physically, strange illnesses will start coming up. Ketan bhai, problems are increasing physically also today. Complications and illnesses are increasing today. Right? Lack of clarity in the mind because wrong recordings happening here. Here. Now, with all this, I will have to work with such people, I have to live with such people. They may not behave right, but I only have to take responsibility that irrespective of how you behave, I will create the right recording. Because my power is only on what I record. My power is only on what I record. Suppose she, very close, does not behave properly with me, I create a recording, she insulted me, recording. Then I meet him, he just looks this way, my recording plays again, said, he also insulted me. And very soon I'm going to say, people keep insulting me. And after a few days I will say, everybody insults me. And now with this recording, if I leave the body and the baby is born, that child will have issues. Because that child is carrying this background song, people insult me. That child is carrying a background song, nobody loves me. So this child will start having problems when their parents are taking care of the other child. My mummy, papa don't love me, they love the other child. Why? Because I carried that sanskar from the past. Nobody loves me. So important what recording I'm making. Situation, response. Is there a connection? Anything. Situation, response. Of course. Yes. Only. But we are talking about even if they don't, can I create a right recording? If people love me and I create a right recording, very simple. But we are saying if people don't behave right with me, then I create a right recording. That is what? And which means situation and response? Situation and response, no connection. My responsibility and my power is to change the situation. My first responsibility, create the right recording. Now with the right recording, get into the situation. But if I get disturbed, I get upset, I get hurt, and I try to change the other person or I try to change the situation, in the meantime, a lot of recordings take place here. So the past which came to me was not very pleasant, but what I did with the present was also not very right. Now this will again come to me, and that's how it goes into a vicious cycle. If we practice only one thing every day, situation, response, no connection. And actually there is no connection. Some people can be very unhappy in very beautiful situations. Ever met anybody like that? बोलो सब कुछ ठीक है आपके जीवन में, why you not happy? Because situation and response has no connection. So if someone can be unhappy in perfect situations, that means we can be stable in imperfect situations because they have no connection. They have no connection. So now if somebody turns away and does not talk properly to me, what can I do? I have to say something to myself that time. She is doing her karma, I have to do my karma. She is upset either with me or she's upset now, or it's her sanskar. It's nothing to do with me. So I go and do my karma. Simple. Balance sheet in the night will show only and only profit. Present changed. So if your present is changed, future is automatically changed. Past is finished. So the past which came was not very nice, but with the present finished. So the past was a loss. Present you made the right investment. Present secure, future secure. So even if I've messed up my business last year, today if I change the way I do business, that means the way I think, speak, behave, I change my karma, my business can go completely a different way this year. And that's why the Janam Patri which is there on the first day will not be valid after that. Because you changed your way of doing business. So even if you had loss, it can change completely today to profit, 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 and profit which somebody had never imagined. Never imagined. I have been doing this program Awakening since 10 years. Got so much love, blessings. Do you know what? This is not written in my Janam Patri. Now what? It's such an important part of my life, but it's not there. Things can change. Things can change. At every step, we have the power to create our destiny. But if we start depending on something and something outside, whether I depend on changing this, but I only don't change here. They are all energies and it's all pure science, it's scientific. But what will be the highest energy? Highest energy, our mind, and higher energy, He. If my room is not in the right direction, yes, it may not be in the right direction, but I may not be able to change my room right now. It's not very easy every time to change the house, but it's very easy to change your thoughts and karma. And it's free. And it's free. You see, it's free. But we choose the options which are difficult and expensive. We're always choosing options which are difficult and expensive. But you know why we choose them? Because there's something outside. It's something outside. Change this, change this, change this, change your name. I'm ready to change your name, but I'm not ready to change my thought. Karma. This karma is creating destiny, and it is so simple. And when I start creating a few responses which are not dependent on situations, battery will start getting charged. Once the battery starts getting charged, then dependency on situation completely over. You start with being nice to someone who just turns away, and you can reach the stage where you can pray and bless and be nice to someone who's created mess in your life. But it will start with small things and go up to big things. Is it possible to create blessings for someone who's created a lot of problems for you? Possible? Is it possible to help them, cooperate with them, and do a lot of things for them, even if they've done a lot of wrong things for you? Very easy. Difficult if we think we are doing for them. But very easy if we know that we are not doing anything for anyone else. If suppose tomorrow you have to buy a gift for someone, you will always calculate, what should I give them, what did they give me, how much should I give them, how much did they give me, so much calculation. And mostly the criteria will be the cost, the budget will be based on how much did they spend on me, I will spend approximately that much on them. Give and take. But today, if I understand that the gift that I give them today, next week the same gift is coming back to me, I will not take care of the budget. Because I know what I'm giving them today is going to come back to me tomorrow. So what should I give today? I should give what I want. What do we want in life? What do we want in life? Happiness, love, peace, compassion, respect. Give. Give. And while giving, don't check how much did they give. We can't check how much did they give. We have to check how much do I want. And how much do I want? I give. While giving, I get. Even while giving, I get. And whatever I give will come on return. Life becomes so very simple. Simple. And if we start living life with that awareness that whatever I want, I only have to give. While giving, I get, and whatever I give comes in return. What will be the recording on the soul? Recording on the soul. Can you imagine? Recording. Purpose of life. To do every karma in which we are giving blessings to others and earning blessings. Kalyug becomes Kalyug because purpose of life becomes to earn money. And if we want to create Satyug, then purpose of life will have to be to earn blessings. That is purpose of life. Start earning blessings. Can you visualize tomorrow the whole day earning blessings? How would it be? Kya karenge to earn blessings the whole day? Just visualize, close your eyes. See tomorrow. Same, everything will be same. Same work, same family, same colleagues, same traffic on the road, same people driving different ways. But I am doing every karma which radiates blessings on blessings. One is duty, but one is a little more than duty which will earn blessings. Can we see the difference? Is there any difference what we will do? Anybody will share? What will be one little difference which earns blessings? One is my duty and one is something which will earn blessings. What will I do? What will be the difference in my karma the whole day? Good and noble. Anji? Whatever is happening, what else? How would I be the whole day so that I'm earning blessings? Anji? Send blessings. And to send blessings, how would your state of being be the whole day? Calm. And now somebody looks at you and turns away, how will you be? Simple. Finished. Life is so simple. Life is so simple if we live life our way. Life is very complicated if we start living their way. I have met you. Don't think like this that nobody. We all do. We are only going to increase the frequency. Which means I may do it 5 out of 20 times in the day. Now I want to start doing it 10 out of 20 times and then 15 out of 20 times and then gradually 20 out of 20 times. There is no one who's not doing it. No one. No one here who's not doing it. It's just that percentage. And why percentage is reducing? Because one changes, influences 5, 10 copy, and very soon the society becomes like that. Now the other way will also happen. One will change it, 5 will copy, 15 will get influenced, and the world will change from Kalyug to Satyug. Important is to ask myself, am I ready to be that one? Because not that one here, but that one tomorrow morning amongst people who may be another way. Who may be another way, and I will be amongst all those people out of whom many may be another way, but I will be my way. And when I am my way, I radiate those vibrations to them, and another one from there will change to become their original way. And very soon Kalyug will change to Satyug. How many of us were part of creating Kalyug? Now raise your hand if you feel you contributed towards creating Kalyug. Yeah. Now, am I ready to contribute towards creating Satyug then? We create the world. We can't sit and look at somebody else and say, who's going to change the world? Is it politicians who are going to change the world? Is it scientists who are going to change the world? Is it religious heads who are going to change the world? Nobody can change the world like that. Sanskar, Sanskriti, Sansar. Sanskar, Sanskriti, culture, Sansar, the world. So our sanskars create our world. We created sanskars which were a little this side, we created Kalyug. How would sanskars of Satyug be? How would Satyug be? Where everyone is giving. How is Kalyug? This. That's the only difference between Kalyug and Satyug. Satyug means giving, and that's why the souls of Satyug are called Devi Devta, Dene Wale. Anything in nature which gives is worshipped. Is worshipped. Why is the sun worshipped? Why is the tulsi plant worshipped? Why is the cow worshipped? Anything which gives. Human soul nature is also to give. To give. And that's why when we give, we are called Devi Devtas, Dene Wala. And जो देता है, उसकी पूजा होती है. लेकिन धीरे 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 सत्युग, त्रेतायुग, द्वापर युग, कलयुग we became. But after Kalyug, what will come? Again Satyug. So to create that Satyug, all that we have to do is shift from to this. Which means I don't want happiness, I want peace, I want respect, I want loyalty. No, I give, I give, I give. And while giving, the first person who gets is me. It's me. And if every family starts having one this way, and every office starts having one like this, world will change very, very soon. Very, very soon. Most important is our Satyug will start when? Now. We don't need to wait for Kalyug to end and Satyug to come on the world for our Satyug to start. Our Satyug starts when we start creating Satyugi Sanskar. So just close your eyes and see yourself in Satyug tomorrow. Even if the person driving your car doesn't come on time, you are a Satyugi soul. Discipline, discipline, get work done. But a Satyugi soul, taking care of the karma that's getting recorded on the soul. Purpose of my life, caring, compassion. People may not be my way. I am a divine Satyugi soul. This is my sanskar. divine, clean, pure, only giving. Giving to everyone always, not dependent on how they behave, what they do. Giving is my nature. I am God's angel. See the angel tomorrow. At home, at work, I am an angel. Pure, white, light. Caring, cooperation, and giving happiness and love to everyone I meet tomorrow. This is the purpose of my life. This is my responsibility. My choice, independent of any situation, any person, any stimulus outside. Om Shanti. Thank you.
Thank you, sister. You all liked it? This is the magic. This is the magic of Sister Shivani. We can keep on listening to her. It's like melodious music, creating peace and harmony, changing the entire environment. So we are grateful to you, sister. Now, there is a request from Mr. Aditya Alwalia, founder of Life Positive magazine. 7 Karma quotes by Suji Singh, published by Life Positive Books. It's already among the top 5 booksellers list on Amazon. Suji Singh is here. She would like to present a copy of the book to Sister Shivani. Please come. Yeah, I know, normally. This is only a charger, PowerPoint, power bank, is it? For your cell phone because you constantly use it. Okay. Very small gift token. Thank you. Now, Chitraji is here. You're already here? Yes. Kindly come along.